Greetings. I'm Pearl John from Logos Management, and let me extend a warm welcome to the other 167. I'm absolutely pleased that you could join me today as we continue the series, Give Me a Drink. Last week we spoke of the 7th and 8th E's, and we said 1, enunciate the question, and 2, we said explicit the answer. This week we move on to the 9th and 10th E's for our meditation as we come to the last part of the series, Give Me a Drink. Come along with me as we deep dive into His Word today. Turn with me to John chapter 4 verses 13 and 14. Jesus answered and said, "Whoever drinks of this water will thirst again, but whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst. But the water that I shall give him will become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life." The 9th E is enrich every day. Enrich every day. There are 2 distinct learnings I have from this verse. 1, tasting the water is not a one-time experience. It is an everyday experience where you are so saturated with the water that it becomes the living artisan spring. You know what an artisan spring is? It is a well bored perpendicularly into the water-bearing strata, lying in an angle so that the natural pressure produces a constant supply of water with little or no pocket. The application question is, are you watered regularly? Do you take time every day to be enriched by the living water that it springs forth out of your life and flows out as a channel of blessing, touching lives, hundreds, thousands of lives that you come in contact with? Ladies and gentlemen, may I submit to you, much like the Samaritan woman, the world today is seeking for the living water. Verse 15 says, "The woman said to him, 'Sir, give me this water that I may not thirst, nor come here to draw.'" Do you hear the voice desperately seeking the living water? The world today is thirsty, is hopelessly looking to quench their thirst. Oftentimes, the efforts taken to quench that thirst takes shape in multiple forms, not necessarily noble. But the crying need of the Samaritan woman is the crying need of the man on the street, the woman on the bus stop, the child on the playground, the businessman in the Bombay Bazaar, and the list goes on. The question is, do you hear their question? And once you hear that question, what is your response? Do you have a credible response, or do you choose to ignore the question? Either way, you're perhaps doing a disservice to the questioner. Remember, Jesus did not thrust his living water down the Samaritan woman. But when Jesus was asked for the living water, he went about addressing her need holistically. The other issue is often the world looks for that which is tangible. Issues to do with the here and now, the more temporal needs. But Jesus discerned the true need of the Samaritan woman, and he addressed that need. Why do I say that? The conversation shifts from the water to the living water in verse 15. And in verse 25, the woman said to him, "I know that Messiah is coming, who is called Christ. When he comes, he will tell us all things." The focus is sharpened thereon to the Messiah, which in turn in verse 26 leads to a revelation of the living water when Jesus said to her, "I who speak to you am he." When you discern the true need and you endeavor to address that need, you have won the individual for life. This is essentially what customer focus is, that several top-notch organizations obsess with. To know the real needs of their customers and go about serving those needs. Dearly beloved, what steps are you taking to address those real needs of the world that is around you? The 10th E is Embody Christ. The second learning from the verse is that drinking of this water will ensure the one who drinks will never thirst again, and it puts a full stop to thirsting for wrong things, focusing on wrong issues, pursuing the wrong priorities, and you and I embody Christ, the living water, such that He becomes an integral part of you, where every thought, every word, every action is so captivated that it embodies the Christ crucified. Pulling all this together, the learning is perhaps it's apt for us to consider how to engage with our friends, enunciate the question, explicit the answer, envision long term, exit the comfort, energize action, enrich every day, endeavor to refresh and embody Christ in our lives. God bless you. This is Pearl John signing off, the other 167. Thank you for watching. Continue to watch the other 167. We will meet next week, same time, same day. Have a great weekend and a great week ahead. God bless you.